Good morning. I look at the audience and I am old. And when I was your age, the computer I worked on most was an IBM 1620. It had 10,000 decimal characters of memory, and you critically were dependent on punch cards because you had to run most things through and do intermediate storage and cache onto punch cards. And then we went on to the mainframe age. And I think what we're talking about today is equivalent for AI with the invention of the microprocessor. I mean, we lived in a mainframe age, and that is where AI is today. You know, mainframe doesn't even begin to look at what Stargate is trying to do to go build its next generation model for OpenAI. But it is a world. I actually used to teach a course on the social implications of the world when having it dominated so much by IBM, then later Microsoft. And as I agree with Dr. Duffy, you know, decentralization is the key to freedom. Decentralization is also the key to getting the value out of the technology. I've watched technology now. I started writing software 65 years ago. And so I've watched this over, almost 7 decades. And technology always finds its own level. But it's the ingenuity of people figuring out how to apply it to their day-to-day life problems that is what's going to make it valuable and where it goes. Yes, there are going to be some great things that are done, discovering new drugs perhaps, that AI will enable that we haven't been able to do before. But what's key and what really changed the computer revolution was 2 things. One, it was the invention of the internet. I actually built the first global IP network at Sun before there was and then the other thing is the distribution of computing. And as I said earlier, I think what's happening here today is the equivalent of the invention of the microprocessor. And it is the microprocessor which in the end enabled Sun Microsystems. Without the microprocessor, we never could have done what we did there. And then as those microprocessors got more powerful, we did more and more and more and more. And AI is going to do the same thing. Am I afraid of it? Yes. I mean, technology, you always have a two-edged sword. It always does things that are good, but people can also use it to do bad. And it has impacts on our society, one of which reason I wrote a book on that. But you're going to get the most value and assure the greatest value if we can distribute it and put it out there. And that is what microprocessor did. Everything we did today in the smartphones people carry all over the world. I mean, we have services with billions of users all talking to microprocessors. And it's going to be the same thing. And until we get the ability to use AI on CPUs and get it out so we can use the installed base, we're going to be hindered, and we're going to have back to a world of IBM and Amble and a handful of other companies in a mainframe world. And I think that's ending today. I think what you're seeing is this ability to broadly distribute the inference and things so that we can have and use AI everywhere in our lives, everywhere in our economies, everywhere in our societies. So I've been thrilled. I've been working with Zero Labs now for 3 years. And I think, what they've done here and bring to market is profound. And we're going to see its impact for years ahead. Thank you very much.